Hi, this is Katie. This is vlog 8, I believe. And I am gonna start off this vlog by talking about some food, but this is not going to be like a strictly food vlog like the last couple have been. This is gonna be like other stuff that I'm doing throughout the week as well. But I did wanna mention food really briefly because if you watched my last couple vlogs, you would know that I changed my diet for my esophagus disorder and for my digestive issues and my inflammation and stuff. And then in my last video, I mentioned that that diet wasn't really working. And so I wanted to add a couple products back because my esophagus was still hurting. I was actually getting like really sick and stuff. And it just ended up being like not a good decision. Like I made a goal to change my diet. I did change my diet, but then I made the conscious decision to actually change it pretty quickly again because that diet just was not really working. So I just wanted to add a few more foods back. And one of the foods that I wanted to add back was some gluten-free bread. And I knew that it was gonna have a couple ingredients that I don't want to have a ton of in my diet, but thinking that if I have them every once in a while, if they don't hurt my esophagus or my stomach or my inflammation or really my esophagus, that's like the main one. If they don't hurt my esophagus, then I'm okay having them. And so I went to Whole Foods today and they don't have the bread that I normally get, but I wanted to try this other bread. I don't remember the name of it. I'll either write it here or I'll say it later in the video, but it's like this 1-carb, gluten-free, dairy-free, egg-free bread and it had really good reviews online. So I wanted to try it and I got it and it actually tastes pretty good. Like the taste is good, but the texture is very like gummy, chewy kind of thing. So the texture was a little off and I did toast it a tiny bit, but the texture is a little bit off. Maybe if I toasted a lot, it would be better. Anyway, regardless, I just ate that with some turkey and lettuce and pickles on the side. Lettuce is the only vegetable for right now that I'm gonna allow myself to have, at least just for right now, just on my sandwiches. And so I had that with the turkey and then some pickles on the side. And while I was eating it, it definitely felt like it was getting stuck in my esophagus, which is part of my esophagus disorder. But I ate it probably, I don't know, 20 minutes ago or so. I keep looking over here because this is like the remnants on my plate because I ended up taking a lot of the bread off. Here, I can actually show you. See, like, it's loud out. I think it's a plane, I don't know, but it's like gummy. It's like you can mush it and it keeps that texture. It's weird, but it tastes pretty good, but the texture a little weird. Anyway, while I was eating it, it kind of felt like it was getting stuck a little bit. It did end up going down, which is great, but it did feel very uncomfortable while I was eating it. But now it's been like 20 minutes. I feel totally fine. Not totally fine. I still feel uncomfortable, but my regular level of uncomfortable in my esophagus, like my regular level that I generally feel, but it's not any worse than that, which is kind of cool. Like, and I know that some people, if you don't have chronic illness and if you don't have like day-to-day pain or something, you might be like, Katie, why are you saying that it's cool that you still have like wild discomfort? Well, because that's the least amount of pain or discomfort that I've had in a really long time. And so for me, it's a win that it's just like mild to moderate discomfort instead of moderate to severe discomfort or pain. It's none of those. So that's really good. So I do still feel the discomfort, I still have it, but it's just less than other times when I'm eating. And so I am going to try the bread one more time to see if when I toast it, it's less gummy and see if that helps it go down a little bit easier and just take smaller bites and just do a couple things to see if I can get it down easier while I'm eating. But so far, so good after I'm eating. Like, again, I never feel really great after I eat. I remember hanging out with one of my friends years ago and we went out to eat and afterwards he was like, oh, I feel so energized now. And I'm like, wait a minute. And this was before I ever knew about my esophagus disorder and stuff, but I always still had digestive issues. And I was like, wait a minute, you feel energized after you eat? And he's like, yeah. And I'm like, I don't. And like, we all know, generally at least, in parts of our brain, we kind of understand that food is fuel, right? For me, food does not give me energy. Generally, because of all my digestive issues, food does not make me feel great generally after I eat it, or it kind of makes me feel neutral. So right now, I don't feel like the best ever, but I don't feel as bad as I did like last week after I had that beef and avocado and stuff. And so, yeah, just wanted to let you know, like so far, I think the bread might be okay, but who knows? And I didn't buy any more avocados because one of the common denominators last week with the beef and all that kind of stuff where I was getting really sick was potentially avocados. And so I didn't buy any of those. So I want to try like a week without avocados, see if that helps. So again, just a lot of trial and error. I am going to have beef either tonight or tomorrow, try that out again, but without the avocados and without sweet potatoes, without plantain chips. So doing a lot of separate things, which again, I know if you don't have digestive issues or severe allergies or chronic illness or anything like that, this might seem like a lot for you. And honestly, it is. It is a lot for me. It's overwhelming. It's sometimes scary. It's sometimes frustrating. Sometimes it's scary to eat because sometimes I get really sick, you know? So it is some negative emotions. And it's honestly a little difficult. It is. But you guys know I don't shy away from things just because they're difficult. And so I'm working through it, powering through, and trying to figure out what diet works best for me. It's just a little complicated, but just something that I'm still figuring out. And I just wanted to let you guys know. And so yeah, I'll talk to you guys later or tomorrow or over the next few days. Hey guys, this hair, okay. So I showered, washed my hair, dried my bangs, and then didn't do the rest of my hair yet. Look at this little curl. My hair's like naturally like wavy-ish, but I usually do something with it because I just don't love how it looks when it's like this texture. Like when it's actually fully dry, it looks like frizzy. So I usually either straighten it or curl it or do something to it. Anyway, I wanted to pop on here really quickly. It is the next day, the next morning. And no, it's not morning, it's noon. It's 1 o'clock and I have just been doing some editing, but I thought of something last night that I wanted to share with you. I think that a lot of people who share things online, when they share goals, when they share things that they've done, I think that a lot of people share it once they've accomplished it. And so they're able to share, this is who I used to be, this is who I am now, and they're able to pick and choose exactly what they end up sharing in terms of how they accomplished that goal and the route that they were on and what they did. And the way that I like to share with you guys is sometimes I'll do that, sure, but sometimes, especially like right now when we're talking about my diet, I like to share it while it's happening. And that is going to result in you seeing a lot more of the ups and downs. When someone has already accomplished something and they get to pick and choose what they share in terms of how they accomplished it, they are just more likely, and I don't even mean this from a lying standpoint or a manipulative standpoint or anything like that. I just mean they're more likely to kind of leave out some of the little dips or some of the setbacks that they had, unless that's part of their whole like pitch, right? Because some people that might be part of their whole story, but there might be some people who you see them really fit and they'll be like, I'll tell you how I did this and how I did it in 6 months. And they're going to highlight it. And they might still really, really, really be honest and tell you the good and the bad, but it is just going to be different when you actually see it going on. You know what I mean? And so I'm just kind of showing you guys the process while it's happening. And so it just is going to be different doing this versus me telling you in 6 months, oh, look, I figured out my diet and here's what my diet is. And the way that I'm showing you, like, I kind of hope that it shows you that people who reach goals, it's not always just I have a goal and the next day I reached it. Or I have a goal and it was difficult, but I did it anyway. Like that, again, that could be true, but for a lot of people, there are setbacks, there are difficult times, there are confusing times, or things may have taken them years. And if you only hear someone's results and you hear them talk about their results, and even if they say it took me years to get to this stage, it does not process the same way in our brains compared to if you actually see the years that it took them. And I'm not even saying one is better than the other or one is right and one is wrong, nothing like that. I'm just saying that they're different. And so it's a completely different way of like learning about someone or hearing a story or learning how to accomplish something. And so with me and my diet, you know, a lot of this year, I didn't tell you what I was doing, but right now I am in like a pretty big change with my diet. And so it just was something that I just kind of wanted to talk to you guys about while I was doing it. And so, yeah, I just know that it is very, very different than how a lot of people talk online, where it's already, maybe I'm on this health journey, but they still only show you a tiny little bit, or some people who have already accomplished it and then they just decide to tell you whatever they want to tell you. But yeah, it's just interesting because there's all different ways, obviously, that we can share information and share stories. And so this is just how I'm choosing to share mine. But it is potentially different than how other people share it. But yeah, so yesterday I had the chicken nuggets and then I went to the movies last night and I had some snacks and I had some like sugar. Still within the top 8 allergy free and stuff, but I did have some sweets and I had a Sprite. You guys, I have soda like 3 or 4 times a year. I mean, depends on the year, but it is very rare for me to have soda. But I decided to have a Sprite at the movies. And here's the thing. Besides a tiny bit of like stomach discomfort, tiny, I felt fine. My esophagus basically felt fine, and I felt pretty okay, even though I had sugar and soda and chicken nuggets. And so again, I know my diet is so backwards, not only from what's normal, not only from what society is going to tell us what to do, and not only from probably 98% of you watching, but that doesn't mean that like I'm lying. It doesn't mean that I'm necessarily just go vegan and that'll fix you, you know, because we're all so different. And I just have noticed since I was younger that because of all my digestive issues, eating more processed foods was always easier on me. Is that healthy? No. And so I want to figure out a way to still be able to digest my food and not get sick from them, but also still eat food that I believe with my research and stuff is healthy. And so it is a wild ride. But yesterday, overall, I felt, pretty okay. Again, did I feel 100% great? No. But for me, compared to my health over the last couple years, I felt pretty okay. So that's good. Today so far it's 1 o'clock and all I've had is my smoothie. But I am going to probably have more turkey for lunch. I think I'm gonna try this time to really toast the bread and see if that helps with the chewy texture that I noticed yesterday. And then I'm also going to I have some thawed out meat in the fridge. And so I'm going to cook all that up today and maybe put it on, I got some gluten-free wraps. Maybe I'll put it on a wrap with some lettuce, and I'm not doing avocados this week to see if those are one of the issues, and no more veggies except for lettuce, but I'm still gonna figure out something to do with it and see, because, last week in the video, I think I was like, oh, I think it's beef, but another common denominator was avocado. So I'm going to try beef either tonight or tomorrow without avocado and see if that's it. But also the movie I went to see last night was called Plane. I liked that movie. It was a little scary. And the ending I thought was a little dumb, literally the last 2 minutes. So not necessarily how it all wrapped up and how it ended, not that. I just mean the last scene I thought was a little dumb. I obviously don't want to give spoilers just in case you want to watch it, but if you have seen it, can you DM me on Instagram so we can talk about it? Because I think the movie was good. I think the ending was good. I think it kind of kept you on the edge of your seat. You weren't really sure what was going to happen because it's an action thrillery kind of movie. And I thought it was really good, but just the last scene, I was like, come on, that's no, come on. But besides that, the movie was really good. Anyway, I'm gonna get back to editing. This is my life. Actually, I am probably gonna eat some turkey soon. So just turkey on toast with lettuce. I really want mustard, but I'm not gonna do it. I'm not gonna do it because I really do think that mustard is one that I just gotta completely cut out. Because especially when you're talking about diet changes, some things it is important to completely cut out. Like gluten. I'm allergic to gluten. It is important for me to completely cut that out because it stays in my body. It will inflame my body because I'm allergic to it. And there's certain things like that you will only notice the benefits if you completely cut them out. There's other things that you might notice the benefits if you just decrease the amount that you eat. And so it totally kind of depends on the person and on the food and on what you're trying to treat and stuff like that. So anyway, I am going to get back to work. I am going to do my hair, put makeup on today because I think I'm gonna record a video. Not that I always wear makeup in my videos, obviously I'm not right now, but sometimes my more sit down videos, sometimes I like to put makeup on for those. And I think I'm going out later tonight anyway. Now I'm just chatting. I think that this is the first time I've spoken out loud today, so hello, hi. My lips are very chapped and I'm literally playing with the chapstick in my hand. Why haven't I put this on? Okay, great, cool. All right, gonna get back to editing. And then, I don't know, I'll talk to you guys later. All right, bye. Hey guys, I look tired because I am tired. I am so exhausted today. I literally woke up at 11:30 or 11:45. I don't know why. And I'm still so exhausted. And I have a sinusy headachy thing, where it hurts right here. I took some nasal spray, so hopefully that'll help soon. But I went to the gym this morning. I pushed myself actually a little bit harder than I have been. And so that's cool. I just did the leg press and the bike, but I did extra amount on the leg press and I biked really hard and really fast today. And so yeah, so I did that. And then after that I went to Target and I wanted to do a little Target haul. I bought 4 things. Really impressive, really cool, really fancy things. I just wanted to show you. The first thing is downstairs. I got some seltzer water. I got the Waterloo, is that the brand? The lemon lime to try. I haven't tried that one. But the other 3 things that I got, very fancy, very cool. I'm just kidding. They're all just things that I needed from the store. So I needed new toothpaste. And I've never tried this brand, but I don't like to get traditional toothpaste. I like to get as healthy and natural as possible. So I decided to try this Twice brand. I don't know. Have you guys tried this? Please let me know in the comments if you've tried it before. It says gluten-free, paraben-free, SLS-free, all that kind of stuff. So want to try this one. Let me know if you've tried this. Let me know if it works, if you like it. And then I also wanted to get a mouthwash. So I got the TheraBreath Whitening Fresh Breath Oral Rinse in the Dazzling Mint. And the last thing that I got, very riveting. Are you ready? I got some socks. So I generally wear socks like these, higher white socks generally, but I do have a pair of boots that sometimes I'll wear with skinny jeans. Yes, I did recently buy a pair of skinny jeans. I haven't worn them in years, but then I bought them again and I'm like, no, this is a look. I like them. But anyway, if I'm wearing my skinny jeans and these boots that I have, don't want to wear these. I want to wear some low black socks, and so that's what I bought. These are Aqua FX All Pro by Gold Toe. I don't know what any of those words mean, but I just got some low black socks. So anyway, that was my Target haul I wanted to share with you guys. Yeah, so I have just been editing most of the day. I hope the sinus headache goes away. I'm actually probably gonna shower soon because I went to the gym, went to Target, came home and ate lunch and then just started working, and so I haven't showered yet. So I'm gonna shower and probably just like let the hot water hit my face for a little bit and then go back to editing. But I just wanna check in and say hi. So hi, and I'll talk to you guys a little later. Hey guys. I love that I said earlier in this video that most of this vlog is not gonna be food related. I think that was a lie. I'm pretty sure that was a lie. I think I talked about food a decent amount in this video. Just to wrap up the food talk, because I am gonna make a more dedicated video in a week or two. I'm not allergic to beef. I'm pretty sure I'm allergic to avocado. The bread, the cold cuts, everything else that I ate last week, I felt totally fine. So basically this past week, I mean, not last week, this past week, I have basically felt okay. Again, mild esophagus discomfort that I kind of feel just anytime I eat, but I have not felt super, super sick like I did the week before. And I had some turkey, I had lettuce, I had some of that gluten-free bread, I had some gluten-free chicken nuggets, I had some sweets like with sugar in them. Like I literally had these, I had them on my bed because I was just eating some. I have these Goody Girl chocolate cream, they're like fake Oreos that are really good. And these have soy in them. I'm pretty sure I can have a little soy if it's baked into something, so that's good to know. Not that I like to use soy personally, but if it's baked into something like this, I'm kind of okay with it. Also, I don't think I told you this. Like a couple weeks ago, I tried dairy. I don't remember if I told you this. I think I did on Instagram, but I tried dairy back and I got sick. Like definitely got sick. However, a few days ago, I tried eggs and I felt fine. You guys, I'm so excited. Like, yeah, it's a super bummer that I can't have dairy anymore. Like I had some provolone cheese and some cheese doodles and I got sick. Like I definitely got sick from that. Like I had trouble breathing for like an hour or so. And then I kind of just fell asleep for a while and I felt sick the rest of that day and the next day. So that's kind of a bummer. Like I love cheese. Like I will miss that for sure. But I tried eggs back and I felt totally fine. And so the fact that I can eat eggs again, not only do I love eggs and they're great protein, but they're also in so many like gluten-free baked goods. So I'm excited that I'm able to add that back. Anyway, so yeah, food, beef's fine. Pretty sure it's avocado that I'm allergic to. So right now that I know I can't eat, like I know because I've tried it, is gluten, dairy, tomatoes, and like I'm like 90% sure on avocado. So anyway, little update on that, but still just, you know, a long journey. I'm still gonna have to try back a couple more things over the next couple months, like some nuts and seafood and stuff. But anyway, that's enough talk about food right now in this vlog. I wanna give you guys some content that's not food. It is just like such a big part of my life right now. So I talk about it a lot. But anyway, I went to Barnes & Noble the other day and I wanted to get like an intro to philosophy book because I studied philosophy in college. I loved it. And I like knowing ideas and thoughts and, you know, things that people are thinking. And that, especially if they're different than the norm, I like kind of understanding how people think the way that they do, especially if it's not a societal norm, because then they have to like really think of it in their own way. But I went to the store to kind of look for like an intro to philosophy book because I wanted to have better understanding, especially about like who said what and who had what ideas and stuff. Anyway, I did not get a philosophy book while I was there, but I did get two other books that I'm excited to read. One is The Essentials of Psychology and one is The Essentials of the Brain. These were both on the like cheaper rack, like the sale rack kind of, so they're both $10. But yeah, so with these books, I also will do other research too. I don't like to just believe like one book or something that one person says. I like to do more research on that kind of stuff to kind of see other sides and hear other people's opinions. But this will be a good start for me. So I'm excited about these books that I'm going to read. I have not read in like, it's probably been, yeah, at least a month, if not more. And the last book that I read was not The War of Art, whatever one was after that, by Stephen Pressfield, one of my favorite authors. I love his stuff. It's all like inspirational business, like hard work kind of books that I really like. I generally gravitate towards nonfiction. Generally, I do like some fiction, but it's usually young adult. But if you have any like more adult fiction that is just a little bit easier to read and not, okay, here's what I don't like about a lot of adult fiction. I don't like when there's 4 paragraphs explaining what color the sky is. I don't like all that like deep poetic-y kind of stuff. That's just, I don't know, it kind of like loses me when I read it. I'd rather imagine just, oh, the sky was cloudy that day. Okay, got it, I got it, you know? And I understand some writers love writing deeper about what that means and what it really looks like and all that kind of stuff, but that I just don't prefer that in books that I read, which is generally why I gravitate towards young adult, because I think that they're just a little bit more straight to the point, which is just my preference. But if you have any fiction books that you want to recommend, let me know. Nothing too scary, but honestly, anything I'm kind of like open to. Like I follow Dani Austin on Instagram. I don't know if you follow her, but she seems so sweet, like her and her family, and she loves to read, and she's been talking a lot about books recently. And one of her favorite books that she's talked about recently was like historical fiction. And I've never tried to read that, but I'm like, what if I would like it? Like, I don't know. It does not seem like it would interest me because I've never been a history person, but I never know. So maybe I'll like try that book out too. Anyway, if you have any book recommendations, let me know in the comments, but I'm going to read these. I literally, you guys know, especially when I was like actively living in my car on the road, I've always talked about like, don't own a lot of books. They take up a lot of room. And now that I'm in this house temporarily, but for at least a few more months, I have like 15 books that I haven't even read yet. And so that is something that I want to get a little bit better with, because like later last year I was reading quite a bit. I don't know what happened last month or so. I just haven't been reading as much, so I got to get back into that. But I got these books, Barnes & Noble. I got them just like a few days ago, so they might still have them if you're interested. We could start a book club about essentials of psychology. It's about human behavior, which you guys know that I like. And if you don't follow my Underthinking channel, you should, because I'll probably talk a lot about this stuff over there, because that's like my second channel that's all about mindset and stuff. Today, it's Sunday. I'm posting this tonight, so this is just earlier that day. It is 1:30, and I didn't really do a lot yesterday. I didn't really do a lot today. The day before I went out with some friends, which was cool, but yeah, yesterday I don't know. The last few days I've been kind of down, which was why I was like excited to go out and see some of my friends, because sometimes when I feel down, I gravitate towards just being alone and watching TV, when sometimes I know it might even be better for me to be around people and to like get out of my bed or my car or whatever. And so I pushed myself to go out. And then yesterday I literally was just in bed all day, just on my phone, just kind of like numb, but bummed out at the same time. And here's the thing I always talk about, like when I'm depressed or anxious or something, I have to decide for myself when it's good to rest, because sometimes it's good to rest, and when it's good to push myself, because I also truly believe that sometimes even if we feel like we need to rest, that does not always mean it's the best option. That's what I believe. And so I do believe that sometimes, even when I'm like, no, I just want to lie in bed, I don't want to do anything, that the actual best option for me is to work, is to get out of the house, is to put makeup on, is to take a shower, is to do something else. Could it feel impossibly difficult? Yeah. But sometimes if I like really tell myself, no, this will be a better idea, then it's something that I can push myself to do. And so yesterday I was like, oh, I'm staying in bed. I'm staying in bed today. But today, I mean, I know it's 1:30, but I haven't really done anything yet. I had a couple fake Oreos, and that's really it. I just kind of sat on my phone, and I did a little bit of work because I am getting this video up today. Maybe I'll get outside today, maybe, because I did not go outside yesterday. And yeah, I don't know, like, again, like I've been feeling low and a little like numb low, which some of you guys might understand what I'm talking about. And so like, have I cried over the last day or two? Yeah, a little bit, but most of it's just been more like, I don't care, I'm numb, I don't care. But yeah, so just, I don't know, just struggling a little bit with my mental health. But again, yesterday I made the choice to lie around, and today maybe I'll still do that for a few hours, but for at least part of the day, I am choosing to do something different, to do something a little bit different than that. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope that you enjoyed this video. I don't even know what this vlog was, honestly. This was just like a random vlog, but I hope that you are enjoying these Sunday vlogs, just seeing kind of, you know, what I'm doing throughout the week, and just honestly hearing a lot of my food talk, but that is just something that has been just really big in my life lately. So I just kind of wanted to take you guys along with me on that. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Hope that you're subscribed to this channel. I do a lot of travel and lifestyle and these Sunday vlogs as well. And I hope if you like psychology, mindset, mental health talks, I really hope that you go subscribe to my Underthinking channel. I'll have the link in my description, and those right now I'm posting every Monday. But yeah, anyway, thank you again for watching, and I hope that you have a wonderful day. I love you, Jesus loves you, and I'll talk to you later. Bye.